when I say intimidation factor, when I do have these problems and my work performance may not be peaking, the intimidation for the employee is, I'm going to, if you don't reach it, I'll find somebody else. But the intimidation of the employee actually going to management.
Well, I had.
How do you approach that situation?
Well, I can speak from experience with that one.
Okay.
At one of the places that I worked, I had a supervisor who was just relentless in how she attacked me. And she didn't understand mental health, because, for example, she would think that if we are talking and she's giving me direction and I'm writing down, I shouldn't be writing it down. I should be focused on her. But she doesn't know that I struggle with anxiety, and also I'm intimidated by her. And so I'm writing so that way I can make sure I remember, so that way I don't.
Yes.
And so with her, she's hard to approach, right? So I had to have a conversation with her. I had one a few times with her. Maybe you can't do that with every boss, but I had it a few times with her and she did not get it. She kept preying on me to the point that my coworkers were like, I don't know why she targets you. I ended up needing to go to HR because you know what? And I will tell you this, that I did learn with religion is you start with the person first. If they don't listen, you take someone else. If they don't listen, you go even further. And what I've seen in the workplace is if you don't document it, it didn't happen.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Kind of like the sexual harassment thing. If you don't document it didn't happen. Yes.
And so one of the biggest things, one thing you can do is when you do have those conversations, you can send a follow-up. You can send an email. I really appreciated the conversation we had. You allowed me to, say what I was thinking, and we decided this is what we're going to do moving forward. Thank you. And then the next time you have the conversation, because it hasn't changed, you're documenting it again. Thank you for talking about this again, although it has not been changing, whatever that is.
I know the intimidation when most, like in your case, you were very courageous to just nip it in the bud and say, I'm not going to take the abuse. But in most cases, people are scared of the repercussions, the hostility that's going to be created